Hi everyone, and welcome back to more Dragon Quest III. Should be the last night of this. Hopefully we'll be wrapping everything up. I apologize for missing the last two streams, but I was out of town and didn't really have access to any streaming abilities. So, as I said, hopefully we'll get the game wrapped up tonight. I did do a little bit of grinding just previously to get ourselves prepared for the final fight. So now we have Narf at 40, Trixie at 36, Braff and Tess at 39. I believe Braff and Tess have learned everything they can from their classes. I didn't have time to reclass them, so that might be something going forward if we decide to do any of the post-game stuff. So we can look at their spells, I think. Let's see here. So, oh, he does have one spell left. Okay, so he learned Explode It, which is what we were waiting for, and Transform, which I don't think I've ever actually gotten somebody high enough in the game to use, but it makes him a copy of another character. Same equipment, but he gets their spells and I'm guessing stats. So I don't know how useful that would be, but it could still come in handy. Narf is still waiting on one more spell. It's the upgraded form of Zap. I'm not sure when he learns it, and I don't think we really have time to grab that right now. Trixie being at 36 also has Heal Us, so that's super nice. And Tess learned Revive. Oh, and I think the final spell for her will be Sacrifice, which we'll probably never use, which kills her to revive everybody else. But no, Revive, unlike Vivify, can't fail. So that is the team's status, and I think I went ahead and got Tess a Mithril Helmet. So that's going to be all of the updates there. I discovered that Tess cannot use the Thor sword as a weapon, unfortunately, or as an item in battle, so there's no point in giving it to her. And I suspect that might also be true for Braff and the Vivify staff, but we'll see. We've got a little bit left of Zoma's castle before we get to the boss. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get that started. Back to the Dark World. I spent a fair amount of time just killing or loading saves and killing metal babbles, metatabble babbles. Words. Ooh, that was weird. Bad focus. So you'll excuse me if I don't humor them too much. I am expecting Braff and Tess to get one more level before we get to the boss. Spoilers. This is going to take a while. We're working on it. Ooh, Braff, you're almost dead. Don't die, Braff. Don't die, Braff. He didn't die. I'm not sure if we'll have to port out of the dungeon one more time or not, so I'm being kind of cavalier with mana expenditures. I suspect we will have to port back out, so it is what it is. I think. Plus, we have a pretty efficient heal now, so it's not that big a deal to heal up between fights. And obviously, we could be doing this a little bit more efficiently, but meh. Don't care body slam, as one might say. Yeah. They're really annoying. Don't kill Tess. Thank you. No, no one can learn Body Slam. Braff, level 40. Oh, you know what? I think the final spell is Magic Burst for him, which consumes all of his MP and does that much damage times some booster amount. So it's a good spell, but I mean, you get one. I don't think anybody can learn Body Slam. Alright, so we have to go out and around. Balrogs. They're dead now. Easy enough, at least. Yeah, I should probably at least be using the Bolt Staff as an item. That was a sad Inframost. That was very sad. Man, Trixie is scary with that whip. I killed so many Metababbles earlier that I got their bronze medal from them, so yeah, that's pretty much the only way to really level up at this point in the game, is to farm metal enemies. And then every once in a while you get an occasional like lucky level up like we did with Braff just there. Tess is about 10,000 behind him, so she should be popping off a couple battles. Oop, almost. Oh, right, there's a mini medal here? Yep. Remember that one. Don't remember what number that is, but we don't want to be carrying that around. I don't know why I have to re-find the staircase every time. Yep, I see it. It's right there. Uh-huh. Alright. So, the guide helpfully pointed out that apparently from these stairs, let's see, take one step right of the stairs leading up and hold the up button. Now, excuse me, you're interrupting my thing. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Makes you take the long way through, but we got there. Wish I had read that last time, instead of having to save state and do all sorts of garbage to get through that. Alright. Now then, this one. Your goal is to walk left until you can walk down. Now you can walk down. Take it as far down as you can. When you can, move to the left. Alright. Okay. Uh-oh. We've been bamboozled. Ouchies. Don't love that. Let's cast our new spell. Oof, rough day for the Balrogs. Wow, I kind of expected him to die from that. Now he's dead. Got there. This appears to be going the wrong way. Whatever. I think it's this way. It's hard trying to read a map and figure out where they're all connected because they didn't say. Just cast Exploded again. And Inframost. Oh, it makes it shortening your name. That's no good. I'll have to mess with the chat settings again. Why is it so narrow? I changed it over back to like the default thing instead of those tiles. But now it doesn't show your whole name, and that's not cool. You worked hard on that name. Level 40. See, is it just being stupid? Let's see. Properties. We'll turn back always show messages. Let's do that. Hopefully that kind of makes it a little better. Wait, are we hurt? Nah, we're fine. Tess is almost out of MP, though. That's not great. There we go. See, that's better. That gets your whole name on there. Alright, so this is where we got to... Yeah, the red's not doing it any favors there either. Oh well. At least on my tiny mini screen. It's going to keep casting Exploded because we're definitely going to port out of here. There's one treasure room that we're trying to get to first, and then once we've gotten that, gone back out and saved, we'll come back in and do it for real. That's weird. Has it always been that way? I had to log out and log back in because of the whole debacle with all their stuff being shared, so I don't know if that reset any... Yeah. It just says my stream quality is good. So ignore the door. Go this way, ignore that guy. Alright, they cast Explode It and try and kill us. Get out of here. Treasures! All of these should be safe. That's our third one, so we can have almost everybody with a full guaranteed revive. That's what we've been after this whole time. That item is unlimited uses and casts Heal Us when it uses in battle. And it saves... Oh, there was a Mimic! Couldn't have waited till I got the last one, huh? Yeah, the Sage's Rock is so good. So good. It heals everybody. Everybody lick the rock. Alright. You're out of MP. Alright, can we hit this guy this time, please? Apparently not. There it is. Alright, and... Oop. Cool. Okay, I do believe that is everything. So let's see. We get all that stuff. Yep. So the next floor starts the boss encounters. So let's back out. And we're going to try to make it back there without using all that much magic. Then we'll get our items set up. Oh, we need to go save. Oops. I'm already lost in my own hometown. There we go. Alright. Yeah. Ooh, so Narf will level up on our way in. That's good. Yes. That one. Yes. Yes. Can we rest at home again, or is our mother still all weird and bad now? No. Still weird and bad. Return cost 7? Jeez. Alright. We'll use a warp wing then. Let's see if we have a holy water. I don't know. Oh, we don't. Oh, well. Oh, we have all these. Let's use these up. Yep. Tess is our second slowest party member, so we definitely want to use those on her. Use that on Trixie. Sure, why not? And the luck seed. Sure. Life acorn. Who is our lowest HP person? Still Braff, but not by a lot. Nice, good stuff. Not bad. And we'll give Tess some more MP. Awesome. I'm gonna try running to see if we can reload. Run. Got it. Alright. Hopefully we don't have to do that too often, but these guys we can just kill. Like that. And it's okay, I think, if Narf takes any damage, because he'll heal it off. Please kill the goopies. Thank you. Run. Load. Run. One more time, and we'll fight them. Boop. Dang. Alright. Terrible. Why are they in different groups? That is no consolation. Making me spend my mana. Continuing to make me spend my mana. I guess we do have the Sage's Stone now, though, so we can always use that. As long as we spend a turn in battle using it, we can use that to heal up. Nice. Worth it. Yeah, we'll just have to do stuff like that. I don't know if I want Tess to have that, though. There's two schools of thought with the Sage's Rock. You can either give it to your healer to preserve their MP, or you can give it to somebody who can't heal to give them the ability to heal. And my personal preference is to do the second thing, but I mean, I'm open to compelling arguments as to why we should do it the other way. That could be bad. That's pretty annoying. Let's just do this. There we go. It's not that much of a setback. Kill the goopies. Cast Explode It. Kill a Stone Man. So, overworld steps seem to be the same for random battle generation. Interesting. Whew! Yikes. Did that say 29 HP? Hey, final spell. Very nice. That will be quite useful in the final fights. I'm going to give the Sage Rock to Braff because he is one of our fastest guys. We'll have him use that in the next fight. Against Goopies, that is fantastic. Just keep using it. Nope. Sage Rock, please. There we go. 313 HP. Yeah. They don't make the corpse run easy. That is for sure. Hydra. Dead now. That medal only had 2 heads on it. Got robbed. Hold up. Just gotta kill the salamanders. That didn't go well. No. Alright, the wizard ring is getting annoying. I don't want to accidentally use that and break it. Alright. Blah. It's kind of annoying how they made running from battles so hard. Like, the fights are essentially trivial for us at this point. But repels aren't going to work this deep in the game. Actually, just use the King's Sword, whatever. No. Level ups. That's the first HP up that she's gotten in 3 levels. And it was just 2. I'm not sure what's holding that back. Alright, now we hold up. let me get through it, guys. Just let me get through it. What harm is it? Sorry. Alright. So we need to go down. I think that's worth an explode it. Actually, no, he needs to heal everybody. Start working on that Putragon. Just keep healing. There we go. Doing pretty good so far, keeping our MP high. Yeah, let's kill them. They're annoying. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Nope, this way. I think we'll keep the Sage Rock on Braff. Just with the way boss monsters tend to have resistance to a lot of spells, it just seems like it'd be easier for him to have that to give him something to do. And he's also really fast, so he seems like the best holder of the Sage Rock. Alright, so we're skipping the treasure room this time. And going all the way around. Yeah, no kills, huh? What's up with that? Ooh, got beat up there. Keep going. Alright. Just trying to figure out where I want to actually... Okay, so there's the altar. So let's go ahead and heal up and get our items sorted. Let's see, we don't need this. We're going to go ahead and equip that because we're going to be fighting one-on-one for the rest of the night. So we've got 2 wizard rings there. We don't need to hold on to that, that's for sure. I think I want my healers to have double wizard rings. So Narf doesn't need this one. Okay, you've got 2 as well. Pass. Alright, and then for Worldlies, I think Narf should hold on to 2 of them. We'll give 1 to Braff, because again, he's fast. Narf just has so much HP, it's unlikely that he's going to be the first one to go down. And we'll fill with these herbs. Nope, there's no dealer to show the herb to, thank you. No usable spells. I'm still not sure if that Vivify staff is going to do anything, but I guess if we're in the situation where we're using that, we're already kind of screwed, huh? Okay. I think Braff is the only one who's spent any mana. Oh, Trixie has spent a little bit of mana. So we'll use... Alright, we're going to use some of our wizard ring here. Let's see, use 11, not bad. So we'll write state, use again, 14, not bad, write state. He was down by about 40, so this should be the fine. There we go, nice, very good. Very good. Oh, and then we'll heal. Gotta heal up. Sorry, this should only have to do this once. I'll save state once we're ready, and then we'll start the final run. All right. Everybody else is full. Alrighty. Save state. Let's go. Look at this guy. Narf, so good of you to come to my sacrificial altar. I am the destroyer of all. All life shall be sacrificed to me. Despair will rule the world. I forgot to put something important in his items. Uh-oh. Narf, you shall be my sacrifice. Come hither, my loyal subjects. Destroy them and shower me with their suffering and despair. I don't know why I'm reading Zoma like that. Alright, King Hydra. So this is the thing that killed our daddy. And we're gonna kill it now. Alright, King Sword. Yes. Let's see. King Hydra. Fiery breath attacks. Barrier can protect you from flame. Otherwise, twin hits and just murder it. Okay. Barrier? Barrier is Tess. Yes. Ouch. Ouch. Don't pay. Man, don't be like that. Woofers. Dang, that took a spew down to 20 damage. That's incredible. So the problem here with Braff having the Sage Rock is that he can't cast twin hits again because he's on healing duty. So in this case, it would have been better to have Tess have the Sage Rock. Unless he just wants to do that again, then we can cast twin hits. I think we can take a turn off to do this. Might have been better to have Tess just defend in case she gets hit. Yeah, he should be almost dead though. I'm really hoping Barrier doesn't wear off is the other thing. Woofers. Alright. There we go. Everything's fixed. It's dumb you can't use the Sage Rock outside of battle, but... Sorry, I don't have the patience to watch him spew the fire every time. We know it's not going to do enough damage to hurt us. There we go. Alright. King Hydra down. Alright. Narf needs to be holding this. Yeah. That will be important. Let's go ahead and heal up. And save. Next up, Barabomus. He likes to cast Explode It. He has a Fire Breath weapon, so we'll need Barrier again. Yeah. Hit. Hit. Twin hits. Barrier. Ooh, he does have high defense. My goodness. Okay. Get an increase off here. Let's see if we can get a sap off on him. Nice. Ooh, Intense Flames. That's still gonna hurt even with the barrier then. Yowzers. Oh, you're just gonna do that twice? Cool. Alright. We might need to double heal us. Yeah. Hopefully he attacks, yeah, and then Tess can do it again. We just don't want him to do that twice again because it might kill Trixie. Nice. Cool. Cool, cool. I think we do want to give Tess the Sage Rock. Even though she's not as fast, it's just... Braff has too much... Oh. Other crap to do? Jeez, okay. What a chump. Save. Alright. One more. Gosh, I'm really torn on the stupid Sage Rock. Alright. His only attack is a single strike. It does a lot of damage. Alright. So let's increase and hit him. The guide is like, whether this is the skeleton of defeated Barabomuses is unclear. I was like, it's not. It's not, guys. It's got 2 horns, and Barabomus had 1 horn. So it's not the same thing. Don't make me create an account on your wiki to go change it, because I won't do it. That should keep us in good shape. His head came off. It still did 100 damage, even with double increase. Tess actually doing decent damage here because it's a zombie enemy, and she has the Zombie Slayer sword, which I think might be the best weapon a cleric can have at this point in the game. Alright. The guide wants you to be level 40 on everybody before you do this fight, but there's no way I was level 40 when I did this as a kid, so that seems pretty conservative. See, Braff having the Sage Rock here is just so... because he's so fast. It's nice having... I mean, nothing's consistent in Dragon Quest, but it's nice having a fairly good chance at going first. Oh, in sad news, the composer behind the Dragon Quest series passed away last week, so we all give a moment of silence for Sugiyama. I think that was his name. Let me check. Koichi Sugiyama. Yep. So, sad days. I thoroughly enjoy the music in this series, so his influence will be missed. Got there. Alright, and state. Alright, let's go back to my Zoma page here. Make sure we're fully healed. Yep, yep, yep. Alright. Narf, what drives you to struggle so for the sake of life? That was a weird cadence. Destruction is my joy. There is no greater beauty than the dying. Come, you shall breathe your last within my arms. Whoa. Sir? Personal space. Zoma appears. So, we get to kind of come in with a little bit of advanced knowledge. You have to use the light orb to make Zoma be any sort of bearable. Otherwise, you just do no damage to him. So, we're going to come in and do that while everybody else is buffing up. I think he can dispel your... yeah, he can dispel our buffs. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do this. Because he's going to do that, and it's going to hurt. That might just kill Trixie. Holy cow. He's so fast. Ah, so, oh wow, okay. Well, we didn't get to read any of that, so you knew about his barrier. Ooh, new music? Okay. Well, maybe that makes him slower? Sage Rock. Heal us. There we go. It does make him slower. Very nice. Okay, so he just... That's the void. That's gonna hurt. Holy cow, that hurt. Okay. We'll keep hitting him. I think it's worth spending a turn to try and get at least one increase off so that we're not taking 1,000,000 damage from his physical hits. Yeah. Ouch. Ouchies. Alright, so Narf will use the our first world leaf here. Sage Rock. Let's see if we can get a sap off. Nice. That doesn't go away when he icy pulses, I believe. Yeah, that barrier helps so much. Awesome. Alright, resume the beatings. Yeah, now we're actually doing damage to this guy. That he can hit Narf for that much is kind of scary. And we'll have an end of turn heal here. Nope, no we're not. Boo. Ah, gosh, that's the worst one, is when he follows it with Blizzard like that. Increase. Sage Rock. Barrier. It's kind of annoying that our barrier caster is so slow. But if he wants to keep casting Blizzard, that is a-okay. Ouch. 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 Trixie. Trixie. I think it's still worth it. Yeah. I need to pay attention to how much Narf is doing to see if the sap did get called back. Oh, doesn't she know twin hits? Why are we not? Okay. Thank goodness for sages. Okay, it seems like that got called back. That could kill Trixie. Sir, can you not? Can you just not? Oh, you don't have a world leaf, huh? I'm gonna use a wizard ring. Tess is starting to get low on MP. Nice. 25 is a lot. That's a full revive. Don't love that. Ooh, we got the increase off after it, though. That's nice. Try and keep the twin hits up. Sage Rock. See if we can get a sap back on him. Nice. Oh no, we need to re-up barrier. Okay. We got lucky. Got lucky. Rough. Oh, well, at least we get to re-up barrier after that, then. Okay. Like, Narf is, like, the only one who gets to actually attack. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Oh. Shoot. A waste of MP. I wonder if you can stack barrier. Oh. Doesn't matter, because we're just going to do it again. Last boss, last boss. Just need to be able to hit him for more than a round. We need like a double blizzard round is what we need. Not Trixie, thank you. I think Trixie needs to heal here as well. I kind of don't want to cast Stop Spell because I want him to cast Blizzard. So we'll just use Wizard Ring here. Okay, that's fine. It does not appear we can stack barrier. Ouchies. Glad we had the second heal us ready to go there. Ooh, don't attack each other. That'll be bad. Let's go ahead and queue up a second heal us. Yep. Good hits. That was a good round. I wish there was an item for casting twin hits. That would be really nice. Yeah, if you want to physically attack, that's fine. Let us hit you. He has the second highest defense on the entire team. It's insane. I guess Tess, swing your sword at it. If he's gonna let us wail on him, let's do it. There it is. Alright. That's fine. That's probably like best case scenario then. Alright. Why don't we do barrier first? Heal. And then you can cast increase. Maybe? Oh no, she... Okay, we can't do it. We gotta do increase on Trixie because Tess doesn't have it. We just have to hope Tess is fast enough. There it is. Oh, don't be like that, man. Ouch. That's really just the most dangerous to Trixie. It just destroys her. Ouch. So we get about 120 damage off when we actually get to attack. Go ahead and queue up another heal us. Yep. Not Trixie. Yeah. Actually, we'll do this. See if we can get a sap. Oh, don't be like that. Woof, well, there goes Trixie. Close. Okay, this is gonna be a little tight. Depending on how the speed rolls shake out. Get another barrier off. Okay. Nice. No. Boo. Ow. Barrier. It just prevents so much damage. Ooh. Good crit. Good crit. That's fine. He could do that every turn twice and it would be totally okay. Did I re-up barrier? I don't remember. Okay, now, thanks for making the decision for me. Bop. I don't remember how much HP he has. I have no idea how close we are, so... Yep. I'm not sure what it is about Trixie's kit that makes her take so much damage from that attack. Everybody else must have some like hot cold reducing items on. Or some spell damage. Yeah, no, it's gotta be hot cold. Oh, you mean the magic bikinis don't defend against frigid air, huh? Wild. Oh, I was hoping that would happen. Yeah, we got there. Still doing his stomping romp. Narf, well done. You've won. But so long as there is light, so too will there be darkness. I see it even now. Others will emerge from darkness. You won't live to see it. Froosh. We did it. Oh no. Can I just cast outside? No, but nothing happened here. Right. Oh no. Boop. Spat us out in the nail mark. Okay, well, now we have to get out of here, and this is the place where we can't use magic. Frown. Oop. We better go. Gotta go. Gotta go right now. Thank you. That's the wrong way. Right there. Good. And this explains why it's so much smaller when you come here in the future. Something closed in the sky. Daylight. Daylight has been restored to Alefgard. And there's no monsters. No monsters. Ah, it's you. Word of you has already reached us here in Tantago. But to defeat the Demon King, who are you? It's just so incredible. Is it true that you defeated the Demon King Zoma? It sure is, lady. Wow! That's why the world suddenly became bright. Yeah. You truly are the hero. Now please, the king awaits you. I hope you'll forgive me for not talking to everybody here. Oh, we get doot-doot horns, maybe? Silence, all. Narf and trusted company. I received word, and I've been waiting eagerly ever since. You've won my admiration for defeating the Demon King Zoma. I am simply delighted to see you back. I thank you sincerely. The coming of dawn to our kingdom we owe wholly to your courageous quest. Perhaps because the Demon King is gone, the portal to the other world appears to have closed. But Alefgard will march forward as the world filled with light. And that we owe to you, Narf. You are the true hero. To you, I confer a legendary title reserved only for the true heroes of our kingdom. You have assumed the title of Loto. Narf. No, I should say Loto, the hero. Your name and your quest will live on forever as the legend of Loto. Which means, hey, there's the Doot Doot horns. The protagonist of Dragon Quest I is a descendant of Narf. So Brave Carp Doot doot horns. I love the horns. The horns are fantastic. Yeah, let us through. We did it. Children, do not follow. Ooh, fireworks. Fancy. Braff talking to a cat. Everybody else is mingling. Braff is talking to a cat. Classic Braff. And thus, anointed as Loto, Narf became the hero of Alefgard. But by the end of the celebrations, Narf was nowhere to be seen. His sword and armor were revered as those of Loto. And the crest came to be known as the Loto Seal. It's just apparently the legend that they used in Alefgard. So it was around before we got there, is the way they referred to true heroes. And the legend was born. In the later translations, they use Erdrick instead, which is just nowhere near as cool sounding as Loto. Oh, back in Aliahan. Oh, we get a credit roll. Romilly. Isis Pyramids. Rest in peace. Portoga. Knob. Too many letters, yes. And before Square absorbed them, that was Dharma. That's the navel of the earth. Zipangu. Edinburgh. Sue. Paul Handelman. Popeberg. Gaia Volcano. Liamland Shrine. Baramos' Castle. Godbird's Castle. Or no, Dragon Queen's. Tantagle. So the annoying thing is, like, even once you bring back Light Everywhere, Domdora, you can go to Mercado and everybody still hasn't woken up. And it's like, I just want to buy from your shops, Mercado. Cantlin, whatever. Cole. Rimildar. The end. To be continued in Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. In case you didn't get it, it's a prequel. So, there is a post game. Let's see. So now it has the .loto after it. So this is before we went back into the castle that last time. And the only thing that is different is that there is now a... Whoop, I think I went too far. Where is this? Yes. It is a fun way to do a trilogy. Where am I? Oh my gosh, okay. There we go, Zipangu. Up. Where's our Dragon Queen Castle? I think I'm still too far south, yeah. Okay. So even though everything has reverted, we can now, let's see, I think this works. Yep. I don't know how you're supposed to know to do that. But this is the sky world of Zenithia. And in this is a very long dungeon that gets you to a castle called Zenithia, where the so this is where the remaining tiny metals are, is in this dungeon and beyond. The King of Zenithia gives you some riddles to go find a couple of pretty powerful items back out in the old world, and it unlocks the Tower of the Divinagon, which is for me, the biggest boss in the game. And defeating the Divinagon in a certain number of turns unlocks whatever, like, you get to pick from a list of wishes. And one of those wishes is the final Pachisi track, which is the one that I've always gone for when I've been able to beat him. But every time you beat him, you have to beat him in fewer turns the next time. So getting the final, like, if you want to clear all of his wishes, it's quite difficult. But yeah, so this is... it's a mimic. Of course it is. Jerk. It's dead now. So, I mean, we've got an hour, a little under an hour, so I guess we'll just see how far we get in here. The monsters here are more difficult than the ones in Zoma's castle once we get down there. And it reuses the maps from other... Do I have to redo all that? No, good. Oh, but we do. Shoot. Alright, well. Let's do this real quick. Oh, we're not going to get the good life acorns this time. That wasn't too bad, though. Alright. So basically, you have to... It's a sprint to try and get to the castle at the top. Or bottom. I don't know. However you want to think about this. We're technically going down. Because once you're there, you can save and you can cast return to get back. But until then, you're just in this dungeon getting whomped by all these bosses. Or monsters. Not bosses. But hey, we beat the Demon King, so we should be able to beat everything here, right? Right? Like I said, I don't know that there's another episode of... Ow. Yeah. Of this game left and everything. Who has the Sage's Stone? Did I forget to real save? Well, that's not great. I really hope Trixie has it. I'm pretty sure Trixie has it. So Thursday should be a new game. Several options. We can... Yeah, so I have... Oh, Narv, don't die. Woof! Okay, okay. You don't gotta do it like that. There's a Sage Rock. Okay, good. I have Persona 4. And I've never played it before. It's going to take forever to get through. Can you not do that? I can't even hit these guys. So there's Persona 4. I have a tactics game. Yeah, but we're not playing that on Thursdays. It's not how it goes. You know better. I have a tactics game from Steam called Fey Tactics. It seems like it could be a nice spiritual successor to... Good lord, okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna play Xbox games on Monday and Thursday. So we have Fey Tactics, Persona 4, have Fire Emblem Awakening, or we could start another Pokemon run. We could go back to Platinum. Good lord. Do not dishonor the name of Loto. How do you know that name, sir? You shut up. Guess we can turn in our tiny metals. I don't enjoy randomizers. I don't find the prospect of being able to like, oop, a Lugia in the first patch of grass. Guess I win. It's just not. Part of the fun for Pokemon for me, and I think RJ can agree on this, is that it's the whole planning around what you know is coming and what you have available to you. There's no fun in just getting random crap, especially when they have random moves, and then it's I don't know. Randomizers don't do anything for me. You can get screwed out of being able to like evolve your Pokemon because you just don't get a stone or whatever. Like, it's just, I understand that they work for some people, but they don't work for me. Got 92. With a Sacred Bikini at 95. Oh, we need to give the Sage Rock to Braff. Use this. Narf. We could also reclass Braff if we wanted to put him into the fighter. If we wanted to go that route. Can we zoom there? No. Something other than Pokemon? Understandable. So that leaves us with like Fey Tactics and Fire Emblem Awakening would be like, you know, turn-based tactics games. Fey Tactics is pixel art style. Fire Emblem Awakening is on the 3DS. Reclass him? Okay. There's Baharada. There it is. Okay. No, land. Land! Okay, so let's do it. We could also just put him into a Sage, but that seems boring because he'd just be learning the cleric spells as he levels up. We do. Braff. He wants to be a fighter. Or warrior. Fighter or warrior? Probably fighter. We want him to be fast. Yes. You're willing to train again from level 1? Yes. Braff is now a fighter. Nope. He also got a shave. And his hair color changed. Can't equip any of that. Well, you can equip that. So, equip. Alright, pass, bag. Pass, bag. Fey Tactics? Get in for that. I think It's the one, I mean, other than, yeah, Fey Tactics. Other than, you know, Persona 4, which the only downside of Persona 4 is that it's just going to be really long. So it's going to be many sessions. I do eventually want to get to it, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I think were I to start Persona 4, I'd have to bump streams up to start at 9 and go for 3 hours just to have any hope of getting through it in any reasonable amount of time. What am I doing here? There we go. Alright, so Braff gets to use that Dragon Claw that we got. And the ninja outfit. Yup. Dragon Claw. So his attack went from 17 to 102. Do we have a helmet for him? Does not appear so. Can he use... Does the Dark Dress... Ooh, Dark Dress is better than Ninja. Okay. Oh, Black Hat? Black Hat. But I'm definitely down to try out Fey Tactics. So he still needs... Oh, he can't have a shield. So I think that's it. Yep. Alright. Let's get a couple levels on him real quickly here. Oh, save. 18 experience. Oh. Let's see. Done with fighting the app. RJ says he is done for the night. Godspeed to Braff. Because the Twitch app sucks. Maybe all of the source code or whatever leaks. Somebody can figure out how to write a functioning mobile app for this stupid company. So remember, he's not going to get any more MP. Fighters don't learn any spells, so he's capped at 134. What do we have him as? Huh. The Starry Bracelet does not override personality. That's interesting. So what do we want him as? Let's see. Gameplay? Personality. So, fighters. We probably want him to have something that's going to grow his strength without sacrificing agility. So that's going to be Macho, which is hard to get. We could do... Oh, he can't be an Amazon. Yikes. None of those are really great. Maybe an Agile personality. Ooh, yeah, let's just do... So if we give him the Agility Scarf instead of the Starry Bracelet, that'll change him to Agile, which is a... It's 100% on everything except Agility. And Agility is 140, so he'll be real fast. Which also means we can give the... If we needed to, we can give the Starry Bracelet to somebody else to double their speed. Ampere Metal. Let's see. We'll get Braff to level 10 before we go anywhere else. Strength +3 is what we want. Ooh, a chest. A token. Oop. May need to go somewhere with beefier monsters. So we're up to 3 fights to a level now. 4 fights. Alright, whatever. So, what's his HP look like? 109. And defense of 150, so he's still pretty fragile. Why don't we do this? Also, I do think that that magic hat was reducing the cost of his spells for him. So I wonder if can Tess wear that? Where is it? So replace the mithril helmet, but it would make... Nope. Okay, yeah, I guess, but the sword... Where did the sword go? Do we have 2 of them? Why can't I see it? Let's see. So Tess... Yeah, so it looks like it's a 20% reduction in cost. That's not bad. That might be worth leaving on, even if we lose some... We do have 2 zombie swords, huh? Even if we lose some defense. Alright, let's get Braff leveled up. You can cast Explode it still. There we go. Really, only 1 level up? Ooh, oh right. So we finally learned Thordane. Oh yeah, we need to cast that so you can see that. It costs 30 MP. Didn't even need that for Zoma. Completely forgot that we had it. I'm not really sure what the stopping point is to go back to the dungeon. I guess I would like him to have 150 HP, so maybe we can get there. There we go. Let's see if we can get there. The nice thing about fighters, they have higher crit chances naturally and higher dodge chances, so they can't wear the best armor like warriors can, and they don't get the heaviest weapons, but it does kind of make up for it. Nope, come back here. Don't do it. I need you to die. Yes. That should do it. was a good level up. That was another good level up. Holy cow. He's so fast. Holy cow. Alright. That should do it. $158 should be enough to at least keep him alive while we're going through all this. Oh yeah, there's actually one other thing I can show you, since I'm not sure if we're going to get through it. I can show there's a secret to the pyramid that we didn't do earlier because it's brutal to do on level. And it involves being in the basement where you can't cast spells. I'm trying to remember where it is. Where is it? There's a hidden staircase down here. Just have to find it. There it is. So again, you can do this when you're on level, and you just have to have the magic key to open that door. You come in here. An old casket is on the altar. Want to open it? Yes. Narf opened the casket's lid. There was a golden claw. Found the golden claw. So, an eerie voice called out, "May misfortune befall those who defile the golden claw." So now, every step we take, we have to fight. And you can actually, I think you can put it back if you want to, but you might not be able to. And the golden claw, if you can make it out, or if you just like get it and die and just accept the loss, is a really good claw for fighters on level. Like you can see, the dragon claw is not that much better than it. But now you just have to do, whoops, you have to deal with this all the way out. Which for an on-level party is way too much to handle. I'll take that though. Thank goodness for boomerangs. Especially since you can't use magic down here. It might be doable if you can use magic, but just another thing, like I don't know how you're supposed to know that that's there, because you can't even cast map magic down here to know to search that spot. So unless somebody's just going around checking underfoot every step of the way, like how do you know that that's there? I don't think anybody in the town ever mentions it, so I don't know. I just think it's neat. And thankfully we have fast forward to get through this. Hey, a Mummy Man medal. Look at that. Makes it a little bit more bearable. Almost halfway. Alright. But the curse persists through the entire pyramid, so you don't want to do this before you've gotten the stuff from the top, because you will just forever be subjected to this. Now once you leave, you're fine, and the golden claws are an amazing item. Hey. Agility plus 10. So fast. Almost there. Whew. Getting there. Wow, we didn't get him with the one flamerang. Take that, though. Got there. Need to rest, and then we'll go back to the Sky Dungeon. Ow. Ow. You can also sell the Golden Claw for a bunch of money. I think it's worth like 3,000 or 5,000, which at the point you can obtain it in a game is a lot. Just seems like a waste. You go through all that trouble. Oh yeah, I want to know. So, level 17, Braff hits almost as hard as Narf does with the boomerang, which isn't nothing. And his defense is already creeping back up into second place, almost. So, the fighter is good. As fun as having a warrior in your class, or in your party that has, you know, like the biggest attack and defense numbers, they're so slow they just end up being a liability to you. And you end up needing, you know, anything else. Let's see. Where is that castle? Oh, right, because you can't get there otherwise. There it is. Alright, let's see how far we get. Hopefully we don't get another triple boss troll nonsense. Does the elf say anything? Oh, I envy you. You've been to the sky world. Oh, well. I guess. It kind of sucks up here, though, right? This place sucks. It's nice looking, but jeez. Alright, that way was treasure. We didn't go down before. There are a lot of good items in here in the treasure. Monsters suddenly attack. Dragon called for help. A bliss bird. They're dead now. Alright. We'll hit him with the big guns this time. Hopefully the surround works. Nice. That should help a lot. Or not. Or they'll just hit us anyway. Cool. Actually, Narf can still use the King's Sword here. I kind of regret not being able to get... Where was it that we saw the snow sword? Was that Cantlin? Mercado? These guys have so much HP. Thank you. Can you kill something, Trixie? Dang. That's a brutal hit. Annoying. Yes. Yes. Kill him. Yeah. Had to check. Ooh, gold man. $16 HP, thank you. Yes, please. Alright, so we found the down staircase. I guess we'll push on and see how deep we can get in 20 minutes. That's a good one. They also... all of these dungeons are recycled from other maps that we've previously seen. So this is part of the path to Baramos' castle. So the geography doesn't change, but where items are does. Oh yeah, now this guy's just a regular enemy that can show up, so that's cool. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, what else is new? A lot of HP these guys have, huh? Okay. I need to kill one of them before we can start making progress. Maybe? Run away? Run away? Run away? Got there. Whew! Brutal. Said it's not an easy dungeon to get through by far. I guess we want to try and get as far as we can. Ooh, don't love that. Don't love seeing that. Let's kill the devil mage. Not super worried about the gold men. It's better to be able to have the warp point down there and come back than anything else. Good stuff. Then immediately go back anyway because I'm dumb. This way? Or maybe this stuff is in the same place. I don't know. It is in the same place. Okay, well. Zip and Goo Lava Cave. And yes, this is the same King Hydra that we fight in Zoma's castle. Just here to screw with you. It's always fun when bosses become regular enemies, right? There we go. Well, that was a nice drop at least. Go this way. King Hydras are rough. Actually, let's do this. And that's why we cast Barrier. Oh, we didn't cast Barrier yet? Okay, well. Jeez. Hi, Luna. Yes, Lou. I'm not gonna feed you. It is too late to be fed, and I'm pretty sure we checked and there's food in your dish. Alright. Is right there, yep. Alright, that's not great. These guys are just annoying because they have the King's Sword doesn't hit everybody. That's annoying. Does it not hit the crabs? Make me waste my big spell. Rude. Don't remember where to go. Demon S words. Don't love that. And Braff is dead. Good, good. Saves us from having to paralyze cure him? Oh, well, that's why we're not making any progress then. There we go. Still growing. Hey, we got an int. I don't know what that's gonna do for us, but there we go. And back into second place on the defensive scale. Oh, what? We get to heal? Despite being a servant of the gods, I made a grievous error. That is why I'm purifying myself. Anyway. Oh, okay. Nice. I never knew this was here. Can I... Is there anything to find? Neat. Huh. How did he get there? Oh, there's the other down. Okay. Well, that's not great. I think you just lose if everybody gets paralyzed. Yeah, well... Oh, they're paralyzed and can't cast spells. Great. It's our last one of those. We would have had to limp back to the priest. So the dungeon's no joke. Dead end. Hey, we've been stop spelled. That's not cool. Oh, thank goodness. That is what you want to see. That's not what you want to see. But we can kind of go all out here. Don't care, just kill it. Just kill it. There we go. King Hydra Metal. There we go. So, Not sure if that's like the halfway point or if we're almost there. Okay. I think I'm going to move the Sage's Rock over to Tess, just because Braff needs to be able to attack now as our source of damage, or as a source of damage. There we go. Let's do that now while I'm thinking about it. I gotta try to remember where the stairs were here. Oof, that's a rough fight. Holy cow. Oh, no, we want to be on the sword, thank you. Got the Lost in the Days, that's what we need. Alright. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Ouch. See, unlike later games, there is not a spell that decreases the attack of your enemies. Now we just need to kill that Hydra ASAP. I have to watch out for the brutal hits because I believe they're like crits and they pierce defense. Woof. At least we're carving him up. Hit him. That wasn't bad. So fast. Ooh. Heyo. 2 more for the Sacred Bikini. Oh, goody. There's no way that could be cursed. Run. 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 God. Screw that fight. Still going. Oh, we might actually be almost done. There's no reply, it's just a corpse. The hero book. So this is the dungeon in the Samanau castle. Oh, I wish my turn would come. Are you entering a match too? Yes? Good luck. Anything fun? Heyo, one more. Okay, so there is a boss fight coming up. We're in about as good a shape as we can be. I'm gonna give that to Braff. Yeah. Don't need that. I don't know how hard this fight's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be worse than... It shouldn't be worse than Zoma, but it's not gonna be a pushover fight. That is for sure. It's not even good. We have so many books. Alright, whatever, let's do it. Let's see if we can get this boss fight down. Rah, rah, fweet! Can I just go around? Hey, you can't not fight. That's despicable. Watch me? Nice. Hey, we did it. Welcome to Zenithia. You can go back to the lower world from here. Leap down if you wish to go back. Ah, welcome. I am Zenith, and I rule this castle. It's not far to go to Divinagon. It has the power to grant any wish. Good luck. Oh, you must have come from the world below. The fact that you're here tells me that you can be confident in your physical strength. However, that says nothing of your intelligence. Allow me to give you a riddle. A town in ruins, what glitters beneath the cross? Can you solve this riddle? If you do, come back to see me. So that guy gives you some stuff to go do. Going on, do take care. Which we can certainly do. Town in ruins, there's only 2 of those. There's Domdora, and then there's... oh no, Domdora is still alive and kicking in this one. So the other one is Tendaki on the African coast. I think I'm too far south now. And I'm really bad at judging the distances in this game when we're flying very fast. Aren't they up here? Where am I going? Is it down here? There it is. So beneath the cross. Which would be the church, and search. The Beast Claw. I don't know if that's better than Dragon. Let's find out. It might be, actually. Nice. That's a 10-point upgrade? Good stuff. So now we can return there. First riddle is solved, then the next riddle. An enclosed town in a dark world. It sleeps among the flowers. So that would be Cantlin. Or Mercado, depending on what translation you're using. And the only flowers are in this central area. So let's see if we can find something. Found it! That one's easy enough. I don't even have to look these up. Oh, you solved the second riddle? Perhaps it was a little too easy. This one should be more challenging. The gazer of stars notices not what lies at his feet. Now this one, I did not know as a kid. But there's only one stargazer in the world. And he is down here. There they are. Okay. Which I'm pretty sure you can go the entire game without ever actually having to come to this island. If you know where you're going, because this island's really only purpose is to tell you about the Gaia Sword. The ground under our feet is really round, and it's always spinning around. Because the ground is spinning, the stars and the sun appear to move. But no one would believe me, and I was banished to this island. But even now, the ground is spinning round and round, and furthermore, it's round. This one gives you a second Sage Rock, which is fantastic. Alright, so the riddles are done. I think this guy tells you where tiny metals are after that. You've solved your third riddle. I'll concede defeat. You are strong, and you are smart. An unbeatable combination. Well then, I must reward you. Listen carefully. There are 110 tiny metals strewn throughout the worlds. 5 can be gotten at Patchesea up in the village of Cole. Of those 5, you've gotten 4. In total, you have found 94 metals. Try finding all the metals. So I have to go and get the last one from the Patchesea track in Cole before he'll tell me other places. But anyway, I think that will do it for tonight and for Dragon Quest III. I do hope you enjoyed the playthrough. I know I certainly did. This is one of my favorite Game Boy RPGs. So we'll be back on Thursday with Fae Tactics, and we'll see how that goes. And probably Back for Blood on Sunday. So that will be the schedule for the upcoming week. As always, thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. And I will catch y'all later. Bye-bye.